Lessons from Behind My Chair is a podcast that aims to fill your cup with a fresh squeezed dose of clarity, courage, and bliss. Join your host, Angela B. Fuller, each Sunday at 6 for real, raw, light bulb conversations, and follow along at Angela B. Fuller on Instagram and Facebook. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube, as well as rate 5 stars and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Now, let's get into the show.
Hey love, welcome back to another episode of Lessons from Behind My Chair. I'm your host, Angela B. Fuller, master hairstylist turned certified life coach. Today, I have a juicy topic. Our topic for today, I named it Above Your Pay Grade. Okay, and so we are going to dive deep into that because I know there are some of us going through life operating above our pay grade. But before we dive into the topic, I got a pop question for you. Have people or a friend come to you, ask you a question about something you don't know nothing about, and you gonna stand there and act as if you know, knowing good and darn well as you're giving the answer, you are saying, what am I talking about? Well, that's what I'm bringing to you today. Because this week, I'll give you an example. This week in the salon, I had a client of mine come to me wanting color. Now, I don't claim to be a colorist, but I've studied enough to know how the science behind color goes and how the after effect goes. And what she was asking me to do, not only was it above my pay grade, because as I said before, I am not a colorist, but I can rock some color. And based upon the condition of her hair, there was just absolutely no way we were going to do it, and she was going to walk outside Fuller Lifestyle Hair and Health Studio and say, Angie did it. So another example would be when a client of mine, she had just had a baby, and as sometimes, you know, it happens with women who have just had a baby, you lose a lot of hair. Generally, the hair sheds about 80 strands a day, roughly. But with postpartum pregnancy, her hair was shedding. What was I to do? Protein treatments, moisturizing treatment, steam treatment, all of that will help, but what she needed was above my pay grade. She needed to go to a dermatologist. And I told her that I did not stand before her and had her believe that I could assist her. I had to refer her out. Okay? So, who can work with this? Who is familiar with this? I have some friends. I got a group of girlfriends. We help each other out. We know how to be there for one another. But I had a girlfriend of mine ask me, can I help her clean out her whole garage? No, y'all, listen, I'm 60 years young. She's 70 plus. How in the world are two of us going to clean out her whole garage of things that has been stored for 10, 15 years? That was above my pay grade. She needed to call 2 men in a truck to help her. So let's talk about those of us who believe that we can offer help to people knowing good and darn well we do not have the answers. It's okay not to know. It's okay to say, I don't know. It's okay to say no, because why? No is a complete sentence. We got to learn to figure out how much we can do, how much we want to do, and how much we just ain't going to do. And sometimes it's not based on feelings. Sometimes it's just based on you just don't know. So it's okay not to know. Now, if you're the type of person who want people to believe you have all the answers, then this message is not for you. This message is for people who are women who are clear about how much they can do, but struggle sometime when knowing when to say no, knowing when to say not now, knowing when to say, let me check my calendar and get back with you. This is how I do it, okay? This is how I do it. If someone calls me up, or say for instance in the salon, if a client calls, wants to make an appointment, Angie, can you do me on Wednesday? And it's Tuesday. I don't try and back in the day we used to have squeeze in. I don't squeeze anybody in, because when I try to squeeze somebody in, I squeeze myself out, and I squeeze out the clients who already had an appointment, who thought enough of their service to book ahead of schedule. And so we just got to learn how to say, I do not have anything available. I do not have the time. When you say that, you want to breathe. Create a level of silence, because that allows the other person to get the message. It sinks into them. And then it's called a positive pause. I'm sorry. I cannot help you. I do not have any availability. Close your mouth. Let it sink in to them. And every time I've done that, you know what they say? Okay, please let me know what you have available. Another example. Everybody's emergency, someone else's lack of planning is not your emergency. We got to stop that, y'all. We cannot let other people throw us off track because of their lack of planning. Someone call you up, oh, Angie, listen, I scheduled an appointment to have a pedicure from the salon across town. And right now, I'm operating with one car, so I don't have transportation. Can you just stop what you're doing right now and just give me a ride and then go back to complete what you're doing? Excuse me? You say excuse me because you want them to repeat what they're saying so they can know how ridiculous that sounds. Excuse me? They repeat it. You say, I'm sorry. I'm not able to help you right now. And then you be quiet. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It allows that person on the other end of that phone, it sinks in, and they go, oh, okay, I guess I'll call Uber. Okay, all right, girl, I'll talk to you later. Call me later, let me know how it went. Okay, bye. Now, listen, I know some of you that might feel, ooh, that's selfish. Ooh, that's cold. Ooh, that's harsh. But trust and believe me, it's only because it's something you're not used to. We have to learn how to operate in our pay grade. Does everybody understand what I mean by that? Operating in your pay grade is staying level, staying in a place where you are not thrown off. Because if you don't, you're going to find yourself stressed out. You're going to find yourself, your blood pressure high. You're going to find yourself feeling all discombobulated. So this episode, I hope you find value in it. That it is okay to say no. That no is a complete sentence. And that You are not responsible for someone else's lack of planning, which causes it to be an emergency for you. You got that? Every time someone approaches you in a way that throws you off course, I want you to repeat to yourself, I am not responsible when someone else's lack of planning creates an emergency that falls on me. It's not selfish. It's not being a good neighbor. Now, of course, there are some times when people do have real emergency. And the thing about it, when that happens, you'll begin to see the people who have a pattern of calling on you because they failed to plan. And you'll get to know who those people are. And then you'll be able to create a judgment call, make a judgment call on it. Okay? And it is okay. So listen, I hope that you all have found some value in what I said. I want you to understand that it's okay to say no. It's okay to help, but we have to, especially those of us who are people pleasers, especially those of us who have grown up and were taught that we are to give of ourselves, that we are to be there for people, that we are to not be selfish. It's not about being selfish. It's okay for you to say no. It's okay for you to put what you have already planned for your day as your priority. There's a way to tell people no without being mean or nasty. What you want to do it in love. You want to be firm, but you want to be very clear. Okay? Well, that wraps up our episode for today. Remember not to operate above your pay grade. Be very clear, be concise, and remember, no, I cannot do it is a complete sentence. I will see you next time. Okay? All right. Bye. Mwah.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Lessons from Behind My Chair. We'll see you next week for another juicy topic. Okay? Bye.